Becoming Her is an empowering journey of self-discovery and transformation. It's about embracing your unique identity, cultivating confidence, and pursuing your passions relentlessly. This journey celebrates growth, resilience, and the power of authenticity. So I hope you join me for the next 12 weeks in the journey of becoming her, the best version of yourself, and unlock the strength and potential that you already have within you to build a dream life that you absolutely love.
Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Are you ready to plan your next era? Are you ready to live as her, become that girl, become that woman? If you are, you're in the right place, so definitely stick around, subscribe, and let's jump right in. So for today's video, we're going to be referring to this as the Her Project. You working toward becoming her basically means that you're working toward becoming the best version of yourself. And so I really want you to focus on this project over the next 12 weeks and see how great of an impact it can make in your life to help you start becoming the dream woman that you want to be, and also to help you start living the dream life that you want to live. Alright, so first things first, like this whole idea of the Her Project, what does it even mean to live as her? Well, basically it's all about embracing the habits, the mindset, and the lifestyle of the person that you want to become. So over the next 12 weeks, I think you're really going to enjoy it because you're actually going to be living certain aspects of your dream life. So this really is a transformation, it's a journey. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down into very simple, manageable steps, and I'm also going to be sharing some of my own personal insights as well, since I am also on a personal growth journey and I've gotten to a place where I just feel really great about who I am, what I'm doing, and so sure of myself, and I want to share that with all of you. So for me personally, I feel like my her is a soft life girly who enjoys the simple luxuries in life while also enjoying some more of the lavish and extravagant luxuries as well, but overall just living very stress-free and having a sense of peace in every single thing that I do. And mixed in with that as well is just looking my personal best, feeling my personal best, focusing on my fitness, focusing on my wellness, and focusing on creating a holistic lifestyle that I love overall. Now, something that I do want to share before we really jump in is a big takeaway that I would like for you to have from this video is that you don't have to do every single thing every single day. You don't even have to do every single thing every single week. 12 weeks is a nice amount of time where you can truly focus on you. You can start small, you can focus on a certain area at a time, and you can continue to grow and to develop and to thrive over that 12-week period, and it doesn't all have to be done right at the same time. So I'm pretty sure most of us have heard that it takes 21 days to build a habit. Well, just as much research shows that that is actually true, there's a ton of other research that shows that it's actually a myth, and you do need a longer amount of time. I really like the 12-week year system, or the simplified 12-week year system in my case, and this is because 12 weeks feels like a good chunk of the year. We're talking about 3 months where you are focusing solely on yourself, solely on personal development, solely on creating new habits and routines. That is when it really sticks. When you can say, yeah, I did this for a quarter of the year, that's who you are. You are her. You are in the process of becoming. So I really feel like going on this personal growth journey and starting off with like living as that dream woman for 12 weeks is a really good introduction into the beautiful life that you can live. And 12 weeks is a really good amount of time to have time-bound tracking and proof of the work that you have put in order to work to become this dream woman. So step one is all about visualization. You have to create your vision of what her is to you. Who is she? What does she look like? How does she spend her days? What are her goals? Write down every single detail about this person as if you're describing a character from a movie after watching it so many times. It really needs to be very clear and very vivid in your mind of who that her is, because if you're working towards something, you have to start off first with a clear picture and a clear vision of what exactly that something is. And something that can also be helpful is kind of segmenting it into categories, because I'm pretty sure for all of us, her is just this larger than life person, and it can seem like a little bit unattainable initially, but for me, I broke it down into categories and just focused on each of those for a few weeks, and it made it so much simpler. So a few categories that you could try are things like career, personal development, personal aesthetic, fitness, home, and also emotional and mental well-being. So start thinking about what categories you want to use. What are those main areas in your life that you're like, yeah, I really need to make a change here if I want to become her, or if I want to become that dream woman. Now let's set some very specific goals. Remember that whatever you decide to do, it should be something that's attainable within that 12-week time frame so you can really get to living the lifestyle of the person that you want to be. So for example, if her is someone who reads more books and who reads as a hobby, okay, well, what does that look like for you? Is that someone who's going to be reading 3 books within the next 12 weeks? If that's a goal that you set for yourself, it's very simple, it's very attainable, and it's also very clear. So then go ahead and put that into motion. What 3 books do you want to read? Go ahead and purchase them or get the audiobook, whatever you're going to be doing to actually make sure that you're living this lifestyle as her. So it's not just about like I'm setting these goals, it's about I'm putting these goals into action and being able to experience the life that I desire for myself. And something else that I think is really helpful with visualization in general is be able to have something tangible and concrete to be able to look at throughout the process. So what I did for myself is create like a vision board or a mood board for the next 12 weeks of my life as her. Like very specific, like the workouts that she's doing, the clothes that she's wearing, the places that she's going, the feelings that she's feeling, the vibes that she's vibing. Like everything is included in this vision board so I can see it regularly and have a reminder of who I want to be, why I want to become her, and exactly what that looks like. So I decided to use Canva to make this board. I love using Canva for pretty much everything and it's super easy to do. So I'm going to include a quick little demo here to show you how I put it together and hopefully give you some inspo to create your own vision board as well. So you can actually search vision board or mood board, but since I'm actually going to be using this one as my YouTube thumbnail, I did search YouTube thumbnail and I just looked for one that had a few slots for pictures. And then I'm just going to go over to the side and go over to uploads. So I'm going to be pulling a few pictures over from Pinterest. I may have gotten a little bit carried away with the inspo because I only have 6 slots, but I figured it's fine. I can just kind of pick my favorite ones and then save some of the other pictures for later. So I just go over to Pinterest, I snip the photos. You can also just save them or drag them over to your desktop. And from there, I kind of group them into a nice little area so I can highlight them all and drag them all over to Canva at the same time. Super quick, super easy. So while those are loading, I'm going to kind of look through and see which ones I really want. What I'm thinking about for my next 12 weeks living as her, it's definitely like very fitness focused and also very focused on my personal aesthetic, making sure that I try to look as good as I possibly can. And also like just the little luxuries in life too. So I am thinking this one because this is what I want to do for my hair coming up. Typically it just replaces it. There must be there's an overlay. I actually like this overlay though, so I'm going to just put it over there so I don't lose it. And then see if I can replace this picture. Nope, it doesn't want to be replaced. So I'm just going to cut it out and then drag that one there. And then also very focused on healthy eating right now. I have a video coming out soon talking about my journey with that and the progress that I've made so far. So keep an eye out for that video. I'm going to pop a little healthy bowl in there. And then also cute outfits. Now it wants to work. So that one actually worked and replaced. And this is like a longer term goal, but definitely trying to be a Range Rover wife. So putting the range in there with peonies, which are one of my favorite flowers. And you can go in here and resize everything, but you can see like how quick and easy this is. And it's so fun to look at. I would definitely suggest making this like the background of your phone or potentially making it the screensaver on your laptop, printing it out, having it hanging up in your office. There are a lot of options, but you want to make sure that you're seeing it on a regular basis. The more you see something, the more you are immersing yourself into that world. And it's also really good for your mindset overall, because it's not just this thing that feels really distant or unattainable. It seems like something that could potentially actually work for you and could be a part of your life. It's just regular, normal. That's who you are. That's what you do. So we're gonna overlap over the outfit just a little bit because I did want to get this nails picture in here. I do already keep my nails done, but I decided like, you know what, I'm just a neutral nail girly. I'm definitely gonna keep going with that for the next few weeks. And then also I love like just how clean and manicured her nails are looking. So gonna use that as some inspo. All right, so that's pretty much the base of my vision board. It's such a quick process. It's something that anyone can do. Canva has a ton of free templates, so it's super easy to use. And then you can just change the wording here. So like that one says outfit check. Honestly, I'll probably leave that. I could change the font, the colors if I wanted to. For this one, I could just go and type in like soft life, whatever really stands out to you. And I'll go add personal aesthetic. So you guys kind of get the idea. I hope this is some inspiration for you to make your own kind of mood board, vision board for the next 12 weeks when you are working to become her. So now that you've visualized, you've set your goals, it's really important to break it down. Again, these like big things when we think of her can seem so far out of reach, so unattainable, but breaking it down into steps actually makes it a lot more easier and a lot more manageable. So when you're thinking of things from that weekly perspective, instead of saying in 3 months I have to do all these things, no, just for this week, what are you focusing on your journey to become her? This makes it seem way less overwhelming, and it also makes it seem way easier to achieve. So for example, my her is someone who is very fit, someone who is in her prime, someone who is in the best shape of her life. So what does that look like for me over the next 12 weeks? I don't think realistically in 12 weeks I'm going to be in the best shape of my life, but in 12 weeks I can make a lot of progress, I can have a lot of routines set in place, and I can also start to see that progress pay off and that consistency pay off. So then the question that I have to ask myself is, okay, if my person or my her is a very fit girly, then what does that look like for me on a weekly basis? What workouts am I doing every single week? What healthy meals am I cooking for myself every single week? Does that involve planning in advance, going to the grocery store, making sure I have everything I need, not overscheduling myself so that I can cook and I can take that time to pour into myself? Even those little things are very important to make sure you're paying attention to along your journey, because it's very easy to get distracted and you don't want to continue like working towards something but not have a clear vision of how to do it, because you're just going to burn yourself out. So really think about it in detail, and remember that this is going to look different for everyone, because everyone's version of her is a different person that is truly unique and special to who you are. So if your her is someone who wakes up early, seizes the morning, is very productive and gets a lot done, then maybe that's just what you focus on for week 1. Start training your body and get into a habit of waking up earlier, waking up when your alarm goes off, or getting straight out of bed and getting into a workout, or when you wake up, the first thing you do is make a nice healthy smoothie. Whatever that looks like for you, make sure that you're actually incorporating it into your life and you're being consistent with it for a substantial amount of time. So even if you're not focused on all aspects of her in that first week and you're just focused on getting up early, that is enough. That is enough to help you start building that routine and start seeing what it's like to live as her, this productive girly who's up early, getting things done, getting things accomplished, and really feeling her absolute best. It's so important to remember that with any lifestyle change, your habits and your routines do matter. So once you set that into place and you've gotten really good with it in week 1, cool, you know you're up early, you're getting things done, you're getting things accomplished. Now what can you add on that is continually adding to yourself living the lifestyle of your dream woman? Those daily habits are legitimately the building blocks of your new era. You're putting it together brick by brick, piece by piece. And so of course with that, consistency is key. So I want to challenge you to pick 3 to 5 habits or routines that you can stick to consistently and make sure that you are doing on a daily basis or on a weekly basis to continue working toward becoming that dream woman. These are things that should fully align with your vision. So if you're like, cool, I'm gonna make sure I wake up early every day, I'm gonna make sure that I exercise 4 times a week, I'm gonna make sure that I'm getting my steps in every single day, or that I'm journaling or spending time with my loved ones, whatever those themes are for you, make sure that those are your non-negotiables. You stick to them and you get them done at that same cadence every single week, because that is what sticks. Making sure that you're continually doing these things, that you have good patterns, good habits, good routines in place, makes it so much easier to actually stick to your personal growth journey. And then that's the becoming part. When you've stuck to it and you've been doing these things, these are your habits, these are your routines. You are her. It's not someone that you're pretending to be, it's someone that you've grown into. And also throughout this process, remember that mindset matters. It's so important how you talk to yourself, how you encourage yourself, and how you motivate yourself throughout this process. So don't limit yourself just because your current circumstances or environment or lifestyle isn't quite up to what you envision for yourself as being her. Think outside the box, get creative, and really try to live in that life as much as you can with what you have right now. So for example, if you're her as someone who has a beautiful house that's perfectly decorated, very clean, very pristine, organized, just lovely, like should be in magazines, then okay, how can you create that in your current space now? Don't have the mindset of, oh, well, I can't do that right now because I don't have that type of home or that type of environment. Think about what you can do in your current home or in your current environment that feels like her, that you're gonna take with you as you continue to grow and elevate. It'll come with you to your next apartment, maybe your luxury apartment, your penthouse, or when you are a homeowner, you own your townhome or your condo or your house. Like all of the habits that you're putting in place right now are going to go with you. Like if I wasn't someone who had consistently habits of making sure that my apartment was clean, how am I gonna clean a 5-bedroom house that now I have? Like what am I supposed to do if I haven't been practicing and working toward that and building up to this point? So in my apartment, I made sure it was clean and organized. When I lived in a townhome, I made sure it was clean and organized. When I moved to my first home, it was clean and organized. And now that I'm in my second house, it's still clean and organized because I made sure that was a priority for myself regardless of where I was living, because that was something that was important to me as becoming my version of her. So think of the small things that you can do now. Can you do a better job at making sure that your house is cleaned? Can you do a better job at making sure that you're organizing things? Just take one drawer at a time or one closet at a time and start organizing your life in a way that really feels authentic to that woman that you want to be. Also, like there are cute little things that you can do. Like I actually purchased a cute little perfume organizer. It's like tiered different levels and trays and stuff. I got it on TikTok Shop for probably less than $5. Anyone can grab that off of TikTok Shop and arrange your perfumes in a nice, beautiful, aesthetic way. So you see them, you grab them, you spray them, you smell them, you live as her and like enjoy the scent of being someone who smells really good and has a clean, organized home. Like envision that woman and do the little things that you can do now to work to live as her, because when you do become her, you don't want to have to transform and completely revamp your life. You're just going to elevate on the habits that you already have. So do all the little things that you can do now. And in the example of a house, when you get your big, beautiful home that you're working toward, you're gonna be ready because you're practicing for it now. And one of the most important pieces of this process is tracking your progress. It can feel like her is miles and miles away, but when you're tracking your progress, you can see consistently what you're doing to work toward becoming that dream woman, what you're doing to work toward living in your new era, and how your plans are actually coming to fruition. So you can use a journal, an app, a calendar, or any type of system to actually track your progress toward those goals that you set for yourself that you'll be using to live as her for the next 12 weeks. So you want to make sure that you're recording your daily and your weekly achievements. I always like to just throw in like taking some photos and videos throughout the process as well, because looking back on your journey can be so inspiring as you're working toward your next goal. So reflect on what's working, reflect on what's not working, what needs to be adjusted, what challenges you faced, and really take some time to journal every single week at the end to see what you've done and talk about what you've enjoyed in this beautiful life that you're building for yourself and how that's going to look for you even more so in the future. I do have some templates available in my Etsy shop for tracking the Simplified 12-Week Year specifically, so definitely head over there and check them out. There's like different templates and aesthetics for every different vibe, and so I think you'll definitely find one that you enjoy, and there's reflection space as well, so you can kind of continually track yourself and also take moments for reflecting on your progress and seeing how you've been doing. This is, I think, a huge motivator, because staying motivated for 12 weeks, like that's 3 months, that's a quarter of a year. It actually is a very long time, so it can be something that's really challenging. But when you're seeing every single week, like, hey, this is what I did, this is how my life has changed, this is how I have been absorbed and immersed in the world of being that dream woman, of being her, I really like it. That's going to motivate you, and that's going to help you to keep pushing when it gets really difficult. So it's very important, again, to stay motivated, but remember, in order to do that, you have to surround yourself with positive influences. If people are going to be making fun of you or being like, why are you dressing like that all of a sudden? they're not the people you need in your life because they're not coming with you into your new era. They're not ready for the elevation. If they are not kind and supportive and helping to inspire and motivate you, they should not be in your life. And that goes the same for things that you're taking into your mind on social media. If it's just things that are very low vibrational, it's not helping you level up or elevate or become her, let it go. Like my Instagram page is nothing but inspiration. There's beautiful quotes, women who are aspiring to do things that I'm doing, women who are very inspirational, women who are trying their best every single day and sharing sometimes the hard parts of what they're doing to get over it. Affirmations, like those are things that I see consistently, and that helps me to consistently stay focused and motivated to achieve my goals because that's all I'm surrounded by. So whether that's through actual friends, through podcasts, through YouTube videos like this one, find your support system and create that cocoon of motivation that is going to help you throughout your new era. And that pretty much wraps us up for the day, but I did want to do like a quick little summary of the things that you can do when you are planning your new era and you're using the next 12 weeks to actually become her. Remember to create your vision and then break it down into weekly goals, simple steps that you can take, things that you can work toward every single day, because you're creating habits and you're creating routines that are actually going to stick and make a big impact in your life. Also remember, it is about progress. It is not about perfection. Don't have a negative mindset. There are always new things that you can do right now in your current environment and your current circumstances to allow yourself to live as her and enjoy that beautiful life, even if it's not completely perfect quite yet. So there's only one more question left to ask. Are you ready to start your new era? I really hope you are. Definitely comment down below if you're like, yes girl, I'm in, I'm starting my new era, I'm excited about it. Comment below any questions you have. I'm super happy to share more tips in the comment section as well. Or again, if you have tips about what you're doing, what's working for you in becoming her, please share those in the comment section below as well. I want you all to communicate with each other, build this beautiful community where we are actually working together and we're supporting each other on our new journeys and our new eras to becoming her and becoming the best version of ourselves. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.